It's the anticipation in the air of this one, our first semi-final. It's Japan taking on Korea Republic. It's the 71st meeting between these two sides, but rarely has the stage been so big. These two sides that both made the last 16 of the World Cup in South Africa just 6 months ago, 4 years ago. At the Asian Cup, they met in the third-fourth playoff. And both sides are desperate to avoid a similar fate. More recently, they played each other in Alberto Zaccheroni's second match in charge of the Samurai Blue, the nickname of Japan, and it was a scoreless draw. Recent history and traditional rivalry makes Korea Republic the favorite. They've played 70 times before today. Korea Republic 38 wins, Japan just 11. They've met 5 times since Japan's last win, 1-0 back in 2005. It's Korea leading 3 wins and 2 draws. And here they come, 2 of the biggest nations in Asian football, 2 of the red-hot favorites for Qatar 2011. Japan taking on Korea Republic. Korea Republic set this tournament alight in the early stages. Their young guns, the likes of Koo Ja-cheol and Ji Dong-won, led by the inimitable Park Ji-sung. But Japan are coming good at the right time, including a stirring quarter-final win, 3-2 against Qatar. Here is the national anthem of Japan. Without a doubt, 2 of the most colourful sets of supporters in Doha in this month of January. Here's the national anthem of Korea Republic. These two sides, 2 of the powerhouses in Asian football, Their names should really be household names across the continent. I'm Robbie Thompson, joined by Bernd Stenger. For Japan coach Zaccheroni, 2 changes from the side that beat Qatar. Atsuto Uchida returns from suspension at the expense of match winner Masahiko Inoue in that quarter-final win, while Daiki Iwamasa replaces Maya Yoshida, who was sent off in that game against Qatar. Our referee, Khalil Al-Ghamdi from Saudi Arabia. He's being assisted by 2 Iranian linesmen, Hassan Kamranifa and Reza Sokandan. While for Korea coach Cho Kwang-rae, he has suspension issues of his own. Lee Jung-soo is out after picking up a second yellow in their 1-0 extra time quarter-final win over Iran. He's replaced by the number 4, Cho Yong-hyung. Well, Bernd, we're expecting 2 of the best sides in Asia, 2 of the sides as we have a look at the Korea starting 11. It's just going to be a great match of football, isn't it? You can feel the excitement in the air.
Both teams are eminently strong enough to claim 2011's Asian Cup. And if you have a couple of changes here, it doesn't matter, because all key players on the pitch are on the pitch. And especially superstars like Hin Sung Park, captain of Korea Republic, and Hasebe, they are able to perform on a very, very high level. They are even superstars in Europe, and that's why we can expect a great football match today with top-class players on a very, very high international standard.
There is the Korea coach, Cho Kwang-rae. He knows what it's all about at the business end of the Asian Cup. He lost the final as a player back in 1980. 3-0 to Kuwait. He said after that match, he learned never take anything for granted in football.
Both Japan and Korea Republic share a similar playing style. Very, very similar. And that's the question today. Will they continue to play attractive, attacking football? Or there is another possibility, maybe they will paralyze each other. I hope for the first that we are seeing a great match today from 2 of the best teams in this tournament.
Well, we're just about set for the start. We do have some really attacking gems on either side. We hope it's an open game. We hope they trade blows like the 2 heavyweights of Asian football that they are. But this one is absolutely too tight to call. Two former winners, 2 of the giants of the game, but only 1 place in the final. The stage is set. It's Japan that get us underway, taking on the old enemy, Korea Republic. An early ball towards Park Ji-sung. A solid piece of defending from Uchida. Suspended for that heart-stopping 3-2 win over Qatar. They twice came from behind. They played most of the second half with 10 men, Japan, but they got there in the end. It was Uchida's substitute at right back, Inoue, who popped up after more fantastic work from Shinji Kagawa, the Borussia Dortmund star. He's just one of the ones that Korea Republic will have to keep an eye on as well. We just saw the first touch for Kisuke Honda, the number 18 with the bleached hair, free kick specialist. 2 goals at the World Cup for him. For Kazaki, the number 9, a hat-trick, the 3rd of his international career against Saudi Arabia. And of course the captain, as Bernd mentioned, Hasebe. Here is Honda inside. Uchida trying to get the first dangerous cross of the match in. Well blocked by Lee Yong-pyo, 33-year-old veteran of this Korea Republic side. And Bernd, it's a very quiet start to the match as well. The fans, everyone feeling very tense.
The players enter the pitch and now they are not thinking about anything. They will control each other from the first moment.
Endo's ball to the front post, cleared. Might come back in. Okazaki now wide on the right with Maeda. Maeda, who's got 2 goals to his name, and quickly closed down. Second corner in quick succession then for that right boot of Yasuhito Endo, 2009 Asian Player of the Year. The ball in towards the penalty spot. That should be another corner, I suspect. Goal kick. Iwamasa, it was coming forward, leaping for it. He's the new man in the side at the expense of Yoshida. Was perhaps rather harshly sent off just after the hour mark against Qatar. But they got through anyway. See, he'll certainly be hoping that his teammates can ensure he has one more game worth playing. The one for the title, and not the one for third, fourth, as it was 4 years ago. Uchida again. Oh, lovely little dummy. And Okazaki, but he couldn't find Kagawa. Slow start from Korea Republic, Bern. Yet to see the ball.
Very slow. They didn't go for pressing till now. They are waiting, but they are rivals for such a long time, and they know each other very well. And it's a semi-final, and they are so deep in this tournament. Nobody will risk from the first, second, everything. But now a counter-attack.
It was Maeda on the charge. That's intercepted only just by the young 19-year-old striker who, for us, Bert, has been one of the absolute stars, and certainly, without almost any shadow of a doubt, a name for the future. The number 10 for Korea Republic, Ji Dong-won. It's just laced with class. Foul by Daiki Iwamasa. Lee Yong-pyo fouled by Okazaki.
Short passing play, that's a style of Korea Republic. Very, very aggressive, attacking fullbacks, especially over the right side. There's Charuri, who's with the ball now, number 22. He was always on the way forward. It will be interesting. Can they do it against an opponent like Japan?
That's long from Cho Yong-hyung, but too long. The flag was up for offside, at any rate, against Ji Dong-won. Well, it's a very cagey opening. Korea Republic certainly seem intent on concentrating on their defensive duties so far. Wang Jae-won, the header forward, trying to get in there. Here's Lee Yong-rae. He went in with the studs high. It was almost behind the referee's back on Hasebe. That is a nasty little challenge as well. Lucky to get away without a booking on that one.
Can be a match today with two outstanding playmakers. Hasebe from Wolfsburg, 26 years old leader, and otherwise, of course, Park Jin-sung, Manchester United's star.
Park Ji-sung has won the Champions League with Manchester United, 3 Premier League titles. But Hasebe was part of that incredible side from Wolfsburg that won the league last year. And it takes something really special for a side like Wolfsburg to win the Bundesliga, doesn't it, Bert? It's normally, Wolfsburg are not one of the big clubs that normally do that sort of thing.
It was his first year in Bundesliga, and he took control of Wolfsburg's team. He was an outstanding playmaker, fantastic matches, and now he's a leader in Wolfsburg.
Taken
after 1 year.
By Endo towards Uchida, ball in the header. They're getting closer, Japan. Again, Iwamasa came forward for it, but it's Okazaki who headers wide.
Very, very close. very, very close. The goalkeeper would be very late.
Third corner and a second header from those corners just wide from Japan. For the moment, they're winning the aerial battle. But we're yet to see from either side, really, any of that fluid passing play as they get forward. Now perhaps a chance. Ji Dong-won gets it wide to Ki Sung-yong. Right across the park. Lee Yong-pyo for Lee Yong-rae. Koo Ja-cheol running into the referee, getting a little bit too close to the action. Cha Du-ri back to Hwang Jae-won, taking his time, looking for Koo Ja-cheol. A little flick on for Park Ji-sung. That's a neat piece of defending from the captain, Hasebe. He's doing the shadowing job there on Park Ji-sung. He somehow managed to prevent a corner, what would have been the first of the match for Korea Republic.
Very, very controlled start today. They are far away from running and pressing and fighting. Everything is under control.
I've burnt one factor perhaps in that is that for Korea Republic anyway, they played extra time. They've had 24 hours less to recover and prepare for this one than Japan, who still had to play the last half hour with 10 men, but I'm not sure it quite balances it out. I'm sure that Korea Republic will be happy to play this gently for as long as they can, not give it everything now, that pressing game that we've seen from them for so long in matches. It would be superhuman of them if they were able to do that again today after that epic quarter-final match against Iran.
Players were definitely exhausted after playing for over 120 minutes against Iran in the quarters, of course. And less time than the Japanese to recover for the match can always be a factor, and coaches will use it in case of failing to make a result. But otherwise, it's a young man's game, and it's very easy to recover physically. The mental recovery is much more difficult, but even gives 1 day more to Japan, and Zaharoni gave them 1 day rest, 1 day off, and even such things can be very important. But let's see the first free kick from the right side.
Ki Sung-yong, boy with the Australian connection after his schooling in Brisbane, who's going to stand over this one. He's the set-piece taker in this side. It's headed away by Honda. Only as far as Lee Yong-rae. It's not going to go out of play. Ji Dong-won manages to keep it in, and he's won the throw on that far side. Well, he hit a stunning volley in their quarter-final win over Iran. Lee Yong-rae had flashed just wide of the post. In the end, it was Yoon Bit-garab who got the winner at the end of the first half of extra time. Uchida with the throw. That's going to be one of the huge battles. Uchida raiding forward against Lee Yong-pyo, looking to double team him along with Okazaki. Well, on the other flank, Nagatomo. As here goes Park Ji-sung into the area. He's trying to feed it through towards Lee Chung-yong. On the other flank, we've got Cha Du-ri up against Nagatomo. And that too promises to be a decisive battle. Park Ji-sung again. That's come off the Manchester United man.
He has a little bit another position today. He started against Jordan more over the left side, and he could not make his way, and he changed to the middle and was much more dangerous.
The header again by Cho. Park battling with Uchida. Okazaki, the header down for Honda, but Cho again is there. Okazaki. And hat-trick against Saudi Arabia, adding it to previous triples against Hong Kong and Togo. Here we are going to see a yellow card, and it's a yellow card for the century man. Park Ji-sung, his 100th appearance for the national team. And on just 12.5 minutes, he goes into the book.
And it's correct, referees have been advised to give penalties after elbows or pushing your hand in the face of opponents is so dangerous, and there are more and more injuries around the world, and it was a correct yellow card. This kind of one-touch football brought a lot of success. It was a little bit the flair of Barcelona, of Arsenal, even the pressing of Manchester United, and that's why are both teams here in the semi-finals, deep in this tournament. And it's good to know one team will play the final.
And that final will be against either Australia or Uzbekistan. Those two sides which face off in about 4 hours' time. Honda, back for Endo, now Hasebe, towards Maeda, and now Kagawa, who's 2 goals and just about 3 against Qatar. Really saw him grace this tournament with his class as the ball in towards Honda, high foot, and it'll be a free kick against the CSKA Moscow playmaker, who plays a deep lying role with the Moscow side. With the national team, he's playing further forward. Both sides more or less 4-2-3-1 formations, but
just one striker, both sides clear, absolutely clear.
Here is the striker for Korea Republic, forcing Iwamasa to concede the throw-in. Ji Dong-won back out to Lee Yong-rae, into the feet of Koo Ja-cheol. Now Park Ji-sung takes over. Little nutmeg on Uchida. The referee thought about playing the advantage towards Ji Dong-won. And this is a very interesting free kick then for Korea Republic. A little nutmeg on Uchida.
Good decision, he let it run. Didn't stop the match.
Now it's Ki Sung-young to whip this one in. And he goes direct towards the top corner. Fabulous save, back in off the line. What a chance. It was Lee Jung-young's header who was heading back into that top corner. Kawashima was beaten. And I think it was Uchida, the right back, who was just standing on the line. Look at that free kick, brilliant stuff.
Honda is deadly from set pieces.
It was Yasuyuki Kono who cleared off the line. Ki Sung-young with that free kick. Here they come again. Koo Ja-cheol, 4 goals to his name in this tournament so far. He scored in the first 3 matches. Chaduri, the marauding right back, who's finally getting forward for the throw. Lee Chung-young loses out, and it's Kagawa. Only as far as Ki Sung-young. Chaduri on the charge again. Kagawa, who's easy to spot from the press box here. He's got fluorescent orange boots. Uchida. Into feet, here he is, Kagawa, Endo, Kagawa again. What a revelation he's been. Honda, again the referee playing the advantage and playing it well. Nagatomo, Okazaki, off the post, fabulous save. Chung Sung-ryong
amazing. They create this one-touch football over the left side, a curling cross and a fantastic header.
Well, the first clear-cut chance of the match, and as you say, Bernard, came at the end of a fabulous move. Here goes Honda now. Well, that was the type of brilliant football we've been billing you up for in this one. Korea Republic just torn asunder by that move. And they needed their keeper to produce an absolutely top draw save with the help of the woodwork. Oh, that is a fabulous stop. Japan could quite easily have been in front here. Uchida again. For Akazaki, the man denied by that save. Endo looking for that slide rule pass towards Okazaki again. Dongwon for Ki Sung-yong. Now Kuja Chiol is another player like Kasuke Honda, who plays his club football in a deep-lying playmaking role, and his national team football right up behind the strikers, showing that he's got an eye for goal as well. Kagawa, nicely done. Maeda, Okazaki again making their run into the middle. Maeda still going Maeda, and it's a good challenge in the end from Hwang Jae-won, but they were allowed to go a long way. It's a bright start from Japan now, Bernd.
Yeah, excellent. He tries to get for a penalty, but he tackled clear the ball and he was too late, falling over his legs.
It's another corner after 3 outswingers from Endo. He goes short out to the edge of the box. Here comes this time, cut out by Lee Young-kyo. Kuja Chiol, he was looking for Park Ji-sung. It's overhit. Nagatomo is there. Yasuyuki Kono celebrating his 27th birthday today, the number 4 in possession. Good switch of play as well for Endo, who stayed out wide on that left flank. It's Kagawa that's filling in the middle of the park. More space for Maeda. It's a nice turn as well. Head raised. And then the pass astray. I thought it was in when the keeper could only palm it off, but it got the right rebound off the post for Korea Republic. Good defense from Iwamasa. Nagatomo plays his football in Italy, in Syria, with Cesena. He is a real pocket dynamo. They've got 2 of them, one on the left, Nagatomo, and on the right, Uchida.
Exciting fullbacks. Both are always on the way forward. Regards from Dani Alves, Ashley Cole, Clichy, these kind of fullbacks. They try to do some things. This guy is 22 years old. I saw him play against Michel Bastos, Olympique Marseille in the Champions League. He took him completely out in this match. Frank Ribéry, fantastic defender, playing for Schalke.
Korea with the chance now to try and build something. Bit of pressing from Kisuke Honda, but not too much from his teammates. Maeda comes and puts a bit of pressure on Cho Young-hyung. It's cross to his central partner.
Still, Robbie, a very quiet build-up of both teams.
Oh, the referee's awarded a penalty. Well, my word, Park Ji-sung was making the run into the box. The referee from Saudi Arabia has just pointed straight to the spot. Yasuyuki Kono, I just said it was his birthday today. Well, that's hardly the way he was hoping to celebrate it. And that is a very generous penalty, Bern.
I think that's very, very hard. It's nothing happened till now, and he brought his body. There was not an elbow out or an arm in his face or something else. That was a check. Football is a men's game, and I'm absolutely surprised in such an important game.
Unfortunately, there was no red card that went with it. But what a chance for Korea Republic now, and their 21-year-old defensive midfielder, Ki Sung-young. 34th international cap. A chance to put his side in front, and he does so. The right boot does not falter. Kawashima went the right way, but he couldn't get there. Korea 1, Japan 0. Centred to the left, but struck very firmly. Kawashima, he hasn't had much luck.
Yeah, he was
stopping penalties.
No chance.
In the last 16 of the World Cup against Paraguay, he didn't make a single save in the penalty shootout as they went out 5-3.
That goal can be the end of controlled football. Japan has to do something now, and they will start, they will change their attitude. But what a present.
Well, it was from the referee, but not to the birthday boy. Chowdhury puts it out of play. With his teammate Lee Chung-yong, I think has just been winded a little bit there. Honda plays it all the way back to Jong Song-ryong. And there is Kono. We never like to see matches decided on controversial refereeing decisions, but there is a good thing about a bad call. It's that it's come midway through the first half and not in the final 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
When there'd be no way back.
Yeah. There is a lot of time to change the result and even to change tactics or other things. You have to, at the end of the day, you have to respect that. That's part of our game.
Referees can make mistakes. The referee's only other match in this tournament to date was Korea's 4-1 victory over India. He's just telling.
Football players have to respect harder decisions, like Lampard's goal against Germany, half a meter behind the goal line. He didn't give it. That's hard for a football team. But a penalty, it's always happened.
And here goes Uchida now. Can Japan hit back? Immediately, it's a lovely ball. Honda! And the header straight. That Jung Sung-ryong again. Lovely play from Uchida again. And we've seen now both fullbacks for Japan get down the line, get some lovely crosses in. Jajol for Ji Dong-won. This 19-year-old to the 21-year-old. And another youngster out there as well with Bolton's Lee Chung-yong. He's like the older brother at just 22. And there we see Japan spreading their heat map. Korea more in midfield.
Till now, Chowdhury is only attacking with throw-ins. He never did something because he's very afraid Nagatomo is on the way forward. He had a fantastic cross, and otherwise the other side, Uchida as well.
Just ever so slight little push in the back from Shinji Kagawa into the back of Lee Chong-yong. Well, he went close with that free kick, which Kawashima palmed out of the top corner. Ki Sung-yong, he then put the penalty away, and there he delivers another dangerous ball towards the penalty spot. Lee Young-pyo, his career, come forward again. Well, he thinks he's got the throw. The referee's decided it's going the other way.
Japanese supporters are still very quiet now. There's a little bit of shock around the stadium after that penalty.
Asebe forward towards Maeda. Ki Sung-yong is there to clean up once again. Oh, lovely play again. Park Ji-sung leaves it for Ji Dong-won. Straightens up into the area. Oh, I think he just went without it then. He was trying to bring it back onto the right boot. And that's Iwamasa who's there crossing cover. And now Lee Young-pyo has that throw in he thought he should have had a couple of moments ago. Stays in play. Lee Young-rae. Ball towards the back post, towards Lee Chung-yong. Nice little nod down towards Kuja-cheol. And it's Kono who concedes the corner. Ki Sung-yong once again with the set piece. Approaching the half-hour mark. That's a good ball in. Ji Dong-won arriving. Now Park Ji-sung. Still going Park Ji-sung into the area. Oh! That one looked almost a little bit more a penalty than the first. I can only imagine what would have happened if the referee had blown that one.
He lost a little bit balance, but he's running, especially in this part. Yes.
Well, we ask one thing of referees in general: consistency. If it's good for one side, the players just need to understand that it's going to be the same call each time, and that, well, Japan will feel very hard done by with the first. Perhaps we'll feel they got off a little bit lightly with the second.
It's definitely a shock, because everybody knows now we have to score 2 goals. At first one, and we have to score another goal. Maybe 90 minutes, and it's very, very difficult.
1-0 Korea Republic, coming from the spot midway through this opening period.
Again, Ji Dong-won, he is on the left side, he is on the right side. This guy is 19 years old. Unbelievable.
Japan, not yet all out chasing the game, but they are chasing the game on the scoreboard. As you say, Bernd, now they know, no matter what happens, they need to score at least twice.
Yeah.
Park Ji-sung fouled. Ki Sung-yong now.
But Park Ji-sung is everywhere now. He's in the middle, he's over the right, he comes over the right side, over the left side. What a player.
Lee Young-rae, the number 6. Chaduri forward towards Kuja-cheol. We cut that inside, it's another free kick. The time goes against Nagatomo. Starting to take effect as night falls here in Doha. Ki Sung-yong, it's a good ball towards Kuja-cheol, who climbed well against Nagatomo.
He stands in the air.
The Jeju United midfielder. He wasn't too far away, was he? It's a good lead. Not a bad header either. Shots to 3. I wonder what the free kick count would be. I have the feeling slowly turning in Korea Republic's favour. Perhaps a little bit of aggression after that penalty. The sense of injustice for Japan. Just baring their teeth a little bit more in the challenges. Dongwon won't get there, but Park Ji-sung does. Settles things down, invites Cha Do-ri forward. Just dummied out of it by Kagawa. I'm not sure Kagawa speaks German yet. Cha Do-ri certainly does, the German-born defender. As here goes Kagawa. After just 6 months in Germany, already being linked with some of the biggest in the world. He gets it wide to Maeda. Kagawa again. Little dink in towards Okazaki. And now the counter-attack is on, perhaps. Easily cut out by Iwamasa. But Lee Young-kyo wins it back. Ji Dong-won decides to straighten up. Oh, great play! Ji Dong-won! Well, he was almost tripped as well on the edge of the area.
He tried it. 1 against 3. Fantastic dribbling.
Well, they just stood off going backwards. We see that header again from Koo Ja-cheol. He wants to get another goal, just to cement his place atop the goal-scoring charts. He's currently level with Ismail Abdulatif of Bahrain, who got 4 against India. Corner again. Ki Sung-young. Low towards the front post. Back out towards Park Ji-sung. The nod back down. Lovely close control again from Koo Ja-cheol, and now Park Ji-sung being harassed by Kagawa and Endo. It's a good ball. Keeper comes forward, Kawashima, and he just got there over the head of Hwang Jae-won. And now it's Korea Republic playing the one-touch football. Park Ji-sung, tripped by Hasebe.
What's going on with Japan? It's still a shot.
Well, they've stopped playing, haven't they? Korea Republic, I mentioned it at the top of the call, they do have the far superior record in meetings between these two sides. They haven't lost in the last 6 years against their arch rivals. 3 wins and 2 draws. That's good from Honda. Nagatomo still going. And Japan level.
What a deadly pass and fine finish.
The killer ball from Kisuke Honda. And Nagatomo, what a run into the area. The cutback for Maeda. And Ryoichi Maeda makes it 1-1. How simple football can be.
He split the whole defense with a fantastic pass through.
Brilliant play. More presence of mind as well from Nagatomo, the Cesena left back, and did he enjoy that? I asked him this morning in the elevator burn at the team hotel, how are you feeling, are you ready? And he just nodded his head. Ready.
Ready, friendly guys.
In it comes from Lee Young-kyo, the flicker! And Kawashima makes the save at the other end. Well, we had 20 minutes of pushing and probing, a controversial opener, and now the gloves are off. Ji Dong-won with the flick.
1.88 m and a high jumper. 19 years old. All qualities of a great striker.
And he just showed he can dribble as well moments earlier. Just so comfortable in possession. Here goes Keske Honda. Lovely little jink onto the left. Palm down by Rayyan, but Maeda back in.
That's football now.
And here we go. Well, not quite. Straight up the other end again. Lee Chung-yung's ball couldn't pick out Ji Dong-won. Keske Honda said he was wanting his goal now from this tournament. He's been waiting, yet to open his account. Okazaki has 3, Maeda has 3 now, with that equalising goal on 36 minutes. And Honda wants his. Well, he had a big part in that equalising goal. Now Kagawa for Honda again. Early cross towards Maeda, it's over him. Uchida will get there. Sets it up, cuts it back. Honda arriving.
Very difficult to stop Uchida over the right side, Nagatomo over the left side. Very, very difficult.
Well, Masahiko Inoue may have felt himself a little hard done by, being dropped after scoring the winner against Qatar in the 89th minute, but it's so hard to replace Nagatomo and Uchida. They are flying wing-backs. They just get up and down, up and down. As you mentioned, Bernd, we've hardly seen Chowdhury as an attacking force or Lee Yong-pyo. They're very wary and watchful, the Korea Republic fullbacks.
Too much danger is coming over the left side. This player from Cesena, Serie A. You know what, we see top-class football today. This is played on a very high international standard. It's combinational football. Top goal scorer.
Jia Chol and doing a lot of running as well. In their quarter-final match, number 6, in fact it was against Bahrain in their final first group match for Korea Republic. Lee Yong-rae ran nearly 15 kilometers, over 14.5 kilometers in the match. We've had a few players get up there. Nashad Akram from Iraq was one, but he holds the prize for the moment, the number 6 for Korea Republic, most meters run. Here goes Hasebe. Switch of play is a good one. Kagawa trying to control it on the head, can't bring it down. Little frick from Lee Chung-yung, turns possession back. You are asking the question, what's happened to Japan, Bernd? Well, they're back.
They are back. And they play their combinational football. They keep it wide. Central defenders are far away. And Uchida is already waiting. And he gets the ball and they open the match over the right side. They do it so quiet and so organized.
Kagawa. Back inside Endo, another little dummy for Honda. Now Uchida takes off. Honda's won the throw off Cho Yong-hyung. Still fighting for everything. Uchida left by Kagawa for Akazaki.
It's very popular on this team. They let the ball through and another striker is waiting behind. It's always dangerous. Defenders don't know what to do.
Kagawa back to Nagatomo for Honda. Honda fouled by Lee Yong-rae. Got just over 3 minutes left in the first half. After a gentle opening, this one is just starting to simmer nicely. Maeda back out to Kagawa. Now Endo. Man that cleans everything up just in front of the defense. Hasebe alongside him with license to get forward a little bit more. Everything meticulously planned. That's a good ball. Okazaki, first time inside towards Kagawa. And good defense from guess who? Park Ji-sung back in his own box. He spotted the danger early. That's all about reading the game, isn't it? He knew to be in the right place at the right time.
They are so good organized, especially both fullbacks are always waiting close to the right line. They keep it wide and there is enough space for midfielders and strikers.
Oh, there's a defensive lapse.
Hopefully not again penalty.
Getting in there. But all the Japanese defenders for a moment just standing and looking at each other. I'm sure Alberto Zaccheroni, Serie A Coach of the Year in 1999, when he took Milan to the Scudetto, I'm sure he would have just about fainted when he saw that.
He's only in charge 4 months now, and I'm sure he worked very hard on Japan's weakness. Definitely in the last tournaments, it's defending. They're always an attacking team, but they had big problems with their defense. And an Italian coach who used to coach Milan, Lazio, Inter, Juve.
Kagawa back for Honda. Little left foot ball through the flags, stays down! And Maeda blazes over. Well, he's claiming it's a corner. It did look as though Jung Song-ryong made the save.
They thought it's offside, but it's definitely not. Definitely not offside.
Lovely play from Honda again, and Maeda, well, he could have sent Japan into the break, a goal to the good.
Even back to coach Alberto Zaccheroni, you know, a coach who's coaching such powerhouses like Milan and Juve and Inter and Lazio. He knows everything about defending. Without that, you have never a chance to survive in Italian Serie A. And that's why there is a lot of influence in this team to be organized in the defense.
Hasebe gives it away. Ji Dong-won looking to get Charduri forward. Here goes Charduri, his first sortie forwards. Nice ball in towards Kujachiol. Turns in the area, still Kujachiol. Well defended, Kono. And Japan bring it away. 1 minute of stoppage time to be played at the end of this one, this first half, which in the end has flown by. Most certainly lived up to the expectation as well. Fortunately, we haven't had a red card, but we've had just about everything else as Honda goes on the charge again. We've had controversial penalties, we've had goals, we've had woodwork, we've had amazing saves between two great rivals as well. Honda, square ball, Lee Young-rae is there, Hasebe. Kono, Nagatomo. Good ball in towards Maeda again, it comes back out. Endo, switch of play towards Honda. Honda into the area now, wants it on that left boot. Hasebe, oh well, we saw a pass like that, which set up the third goal against Qatar. Fabulous penetrating ball from deep. Not that time, at half-time. It's Japan 1, Korea 1. In a topsy-turvy match.
Top-class football. After surprising penalty, Japan came back with a fantastic goal. And it starts again, second half. Could be very exciting. Japan is playing football like chess, well organized over both fullbacks. one-touch football on a fantastic surface, and there will be discussion about his decision.
Well, Japan made the brighter start, then Korea on the back of that penalty, put away by Ki Sung-yong, or David Ki as Brisbaneans will know him. Then Korea had that great spell. They could have made it 2. They could have had a second penalty, perhaps a more obvious penalty. And then Japan finishing that first half right on top and getting a deserved equalising goal. Well, it's evenly poised, as you said, Bernd. Everything set for the second 45 minutes. We'll have a look at the highlights then. And that was that first fabulous piece of football.
5 times one-touch football over the left side.
And even the save to top it off, because it was a brilliant save as well. This out of nothing.
Everybody is surprised. Everybody is surprised. Even the player.
Well, you don't see them given very often, do you? I think that's one thing we can say. Perhaps the defender had not his eyes on the ball. Perhaps he was clearly trying, but the law of the game states shoulder against shoulder is allowed if you're playing the ball, and the ball was dropping. They were jostling for position, and it's a very tough call for Japan.
I have a clear opinion. Football is not basketball, and if you give for such a thing a penalty, you must give every match 3 penalties. There are so many battles and fights inside the box after corner kicks. Then you have to. It's football, not basketball. But okay, it's happened.
That's what you said, isn't it? You have Japan just have to get on with things. They have to get back to basics, put that behind them. It happens. It's always going to happen as well in a match of football, and that's exactly what they did.
Another deadly ball.
See what it means to the fans, but also the players themselves. There were a couple of fairly robust challenges flying in there as well. Nagatomo got taken out, Maeda as well, but they got the ball in the back of the net. I think that probably would have been a penalty, and a couple of them if they hadn't scored.
Another good strike and second post. Now the Japanese side looks more and more confident. There is a lot of stability in this team. They know they are experienced players, and maybe it's the start of a new golden generation.
Well, let's have a look at the statistics then. 8 shots to 4 in favor of Japan. That one yellow card which went to Park Ji-sung after just 13 minutes. Possession very even, but that's the way we've seen it. More shots, more danger from Japan than Korea Republic.
Yeah, but possession even. Saves 5-3.
And fouls just slightly more committed by Japan, or free kicks in Japan's favour. Well, it's half-time here at Al Gharafa. It's 1-1. And the second half, you won't want to miss it. It's coming right up. Welcome back to Garafa Stadium here in Doha. It's half-time in the first semi-final of the 15th Asian Cup. We expected a tightly contested, high-quality match of football. Well, it's 1-1 at the break. We've seen some of the best football of this tournament so far. And Bernd, I said it at the top of the programme, Korea started from what they showed right from their first match. They were going to be very hard to beat, but Japan, they've been coming into this tournament after that slow start against Jordan, late equalising goal. But here they are, and they're starting to play some very good football.
Very, very good football. They started today a little bit more with control. They didn't run like crazy as they did with Jordan and other teams. And they are very, very lucky to get this penalty. But didn't give too much confidence. Japan took more and more control, and they are so well organized. And if you want to win something, you have to beat Japan or Korea. They are the best teams in this tournament, definitely. We will have a very exciting second half now.
Well, there's one place in the final against either Australia or Uzbekistan. The question now, which of these two sides wants to take this match by the horns and make it their own? We're no closer to knowing, after 45 pulsating minutes of football, who it's going to be. Japan or Korea Republic. Japan winners in 96, 2000 and 2004. They put their stamp on Asian football. Korea, it's the one anomaly of Asian football. The winners of the first two tournaments in 56 and 60, but nothing since then. 51 years, despite 7 World Cups. Semi-final, 1-0 defeat to Germany in 2002. There is the suspended Lee Jong-soo of Korea Republic. That scored twice in the World Cup finals as they made the last 16. Japan were in the last 16 as well. Honda, he got a couple of goals, including a stunning free kick, because that's a great turn. Kagawa still going. Still he's got the ball. The number 10, he gets it wide. Maeda's little touch for the flying Nagatomo. In towards the front post. Kagawa was there, and it's headed over the crossbar.
But again, a very dangerous cross from the left side.
Fabulous ball curling in there. Defended by Cho Yong-kyung, who's starting his first match of this tournament. Just one sub-appearance in the opening game against Bahrain. Still, it's not finished. Endo lets it run for another corner. Thinks about taking it short with Kagawa. Endo's ball in towards the front post, headed out as far as Lee Yong-rae. Nagatomo back in, little nod down from Iwamasa. Hasebe all the way back again. Uchida. Japan making as they did in the first half.
Korea is standing very, very deep now. They didn't start with any pressing. They are waiting for Japanese attacks now. They feel the strength and the power of the Japanese national team.
They probably also feel the 120 minutes just 3 days ago against Iran. They would have been on a high. Victory is certainly the best way to help recovery. Cho Kwang-rae wants a free kick for that push from Maeda. well read by Cho Yong-hyung. Eventually he's making his first start. He played every game at the World Cup. Well, that's a poor clearance. Jung Sung-ryong. Keisuke Honda. Nagatomo, Honda again. That's a push in the back from Kujachol. And there is Burn, as you just said, this slow start, just as it was in the first half from Korea Republic. First 4 or 5 minutes, they just sit back and there's a feeling like they're not in their match yet.
They are a little bit impressed, and I personally believe there are so many youngsters, a handful of players. And
this is Kagawa. The shot blocked. It might yet fall for Maeda. No, Chaduri clears. Kono, big switch of play towards Keisuke Honda.
We should never forget there are a handful of youngsters around the very experienced Korean defense. So many youngsters, and they are definitely impressed of Japan's performance. After the penalty, they didn't take advantage from that, and they are waiting, waiting, and Japan takes control more and more and more.
Well, I've been so impressed by these youngsters up front for Korea Republic, starting with this boy at the back of the midfield, Ki Sung-young, who's going to take this free kick. But the only experienced player in an attacking sense is Park Ji-sung. They're not lacking in confidence. Here is Ki Sung-young. In it comes. It's a good ball as well. Maeda with the header out. Okazaki back to Nagatomo. Chaduri finds Lee Yong-rae.
We are here for testing, said North Korea Republic's coach. But if you are so deep in a tournament, if you are so close to a final, you know, you forget everything. You just want to win. You want to come through. But now they are impressed.
Forward by Cho Yong-hyung, looking for Ji Dong-won. Korea coach there. Well, he did bring that mix. We thought he got that mix about right. I'm convinced he has as well. He still has an experienced defence out there. All World Cup players. As Lee Yong-kyo goes on the charge and then just bundles over Kono. Sets of substitutes are out warming up. Ji Dong-won for Kujachol. Kujachol still twisting and turning. Now the shot from Ki. Always rising. Football in Scotland with his national teammate Chaduri, clubmates at Celtic.
Kujachol is extremely dangerous with very, very short dribblings.
And now it's the other winger, Lee Chung-young, fouled by Uchida. He's already been suspended once in this tournament for 2 yellow cards, and he gets another. I'll just say as well, all yellow cards were wiped clean for the semi-finals, so no players, unless you're sent off in the semi, will miss the final because of 1 yellow card. It's a tackle from behind, right through the back of Lee Chung-young. Ki Sung-young with the free kick.
It's important, even a yellow card for today's match. You know, you cannot risk more handball or other things. And you are suspended for this match. You are out.
Ki Sung-young goes direct to goal. No problem for Kawashima. An applause from both sets of supporters. side against Kagawa. Long ball forward looking for Ji Dong-won. And the coach, Cho Kwang-rae, just asking more from his players. There we see the Korea subs warming up. Again, Cho Yong-hyung is across in cover. Iwamasa, forward, Kagawa. Wide now, Okazaki for Kagawa again. He's got Uchida in support just behind him if he wants him. Here he is now, the right back. Little dink inside, clever idea. Looking for Endo. It's Japan. Back in control, lovely touch from Keisuke Honda. Kagawa. Endo. Nagatomo. Well, Nagatomo just apologized immediately for this foul.
Definitely he touched him.
And not given, and it's a corner. Chung-young just having a word to the referee on his way past. And he got a little supportive tap on the rear end from the ref. Endo. Endo, the back post this time. Iwamasa went tumbling in the box, but no problem for Jung Sung-ryong, who's produced the save of the match when it was still scoreless. Turning a great Okazaki header onto the post and back out. Stats at half-time said that Japan had had twice as many shots at goal in Korea Republic. Ji Dong-won, here's the charge through the middle. Lee Chung-young, he's got no support, he cuts it back. Koo Ja-cheol tries to bend one.
They are still alive. They are still alive, Korea Republic. Another good pass from Ji Dong-won. Young guy, he's very, very alone. He needs support. Not only Yin-sung Park, one or two more players have to do something. Now it's a little bit quiet period.
Chaudhuri penalised. Short with Endo in the end. Japan in no hurry. They're sure of their strength. They're sure of their ability to pass this ball around. Not looking long. We saw against Jordan in their opening match, getting the ball wide, getting the crosses in. It was incessant throughout that second half, and finally it paid off. They don't, quite understandably, look long through the middle.
A lot of good headers in those matches before. Today was nothing happened for Korea Republic.
That's a nice flick forward for Ji Dong-won. Back again for Lee Chung-young. Again, the midfield of Endo and Hasebe is doing the job. Uchida forward for Maeda. Play on. Blocked in the end by Cho Yong-hyung. Oh, lovely early touch. Okazaki has earned the corner now. There's just something very ominous about the way Japan are coming forward as we see that shot from Koo Ja-cheol. Still looking goal number 5. I wonder how long it will be before Cho Kwang-rae makes a change, and I think he's just about ready with Hong Jong-ho preparing to come into the game. As the corner played in towards Honda. Again, it's Cho Yong-hyung who clears, and now Park Ji-sung. Can he get one-on-one with Uchida? Well, he does, and then he gives away the free kick immediately, and it's Park Ji-sung's turn. The referee could just say, well, you had a penalty from that kind of foul. Well, I wonder if we'll see a change in formation here. In their last match against Iran, Hong Jong-ho came on to replace Koo Ja-cheol. We'll see who he's up for this time. Koo Ja-cheol gets it forward to Ji Dong-won. Ji Dong-won on the charge now. Koo Ja-cheol's making his way into the middle. Oh, still, Ji Dong-won, the cutback for Koo Ja-cheol into the area. Oh, and he only finds the side netting. That's some more fabulous dribbling.
Full risk, fantastic fins behind the ball.
Look at that touch around Kono. Massa doing brilliantly not to get a touch.
But even Ji Dong-won, he played his first match for the national team 31st of December last year, 2010. It's 3 weeks ago, and now such a performance here in a big tournament, 19 years old is he.
Just while we were watching the replays of that last chance, the fourth official lifted the board with Koo Ja-cheol's number to come off. And just as that chance, as we saw the ball into the side netting, Cho Kwang-rae, the coach, is just saying, get that board down, get that board down. I like what I've seen now. Perhaps he's coming back into it. And so Hong Jong-ho has put the bib back on and has returned to warming up.
He wanted to wake his team up, and now he feels there's something goes the right way, and he put it back on the bench.
Free kick for Korea Republic. This second half is looking a lot like the first half did. A slowish start, particularly from Korea Republic, as Ki Sung-young plays it in, helped on by Cho Yong-hyung, who was a long way out. It was going to be difficult to get an effort on target. And now Korea Republic just starting to come back into it again. You see that chance. Yeah. He just sliced between the two defenders. It's always going to be a tough angle. Perhaps if he tried to wedge it into the roof of the net. But he was already off balance. It's 1-1. Just after the hour mark. Coming short, Hasebe. Endo again for Kagawa. Very closely marked by Chaduri. Kagawa comes right into the middle, and Chaduri thinks about coming for him. Almost got pulled out of position there. Nagatomo. That's a good ball for Maeda. Just showed too much of it. Hwang Jae-won. Neither coach wants to make a change just yet, in case we have extra time as well. The flag stays down. Maeda with the cross, and claimed again by Jung Sung-ryong, who hasn't had a bad tournament. The Korea Republic keeper. We have noted a couple of keeping issues. A couple of keepers have proved very costly, and Kawashima has had his moments as well. That's a good ball into Park Ji-sung. Just crowded out by samurai blue shirts. Going to see another booking. This one's for Cho Yong-hyun. Catching the inside of the thigh. That's a good ball. Park Ji-sung leaves it for Ki Sung-young. Ji Dong-won's running the line ahead. Now Lee Chung-yong. Cha-do-ri coming forward, up the flank. We haven't seen much of this. Cha-do-ri against Nagatomo. The ball to the back post, but there's nobody there. Youngest ever goal scorer for Japan in a World Cup qualifier. Just 20 years and 87 days when he scored the winner against Bahrain a couple of years back. He took that mantle off Hidetoshi Nakata. And, well, that chance for Koo Ja-cheol has changed everything because Ji Dong-won is the player coming off now. He's already come off at this stage of matches so far. He's just 19 years of age, of course, against Australia and Bahrain. He came off early. He's played that full 120-minute quarter-final against Iran. And the youngster, with a very big future, will be hoping that he has one more big match here in Doha left in him. The header from Maeda. Back in from the substitute. Koo Ja-cheol flicks it back in, helped on! Lee Chung-yong almost got his toe on the end of that. Would he have been offside? No. That was very nearly just stealing one back.
He was also asking for penalty, but it's... Players try to do everything, you know. He gave such a penalty and now he tried to ask him, please. It was a foul, but nothing. It's a fair, very fair game today. It's fair play all over the ground. And I think that Honda and Kagawa, Hasebe, they will control now more and more. They're high-quality players.
There's Endo for Kagawa. Endo again. Lovely ball over the top for Nagatomo. His crossing has been excellent. This time it's on the right foot and he picks out Keisuke Honda. Honda still going. Some desperate defending from Lee Jung-kyo. Uchida. Fouling Park Ji-sung. He wants to take it quickly. Thinks better of it. Just about midway through this second half. Not for a want of trying. It's still 1-1. Kono with the header. Cha-do-ri straight back. A little nodded 1-2 with Ki Sung-young. Jeong-ho, who has moved into a defensive midfield role. It's Koo Ja-cheol, who's now playing that lone striking role.
Till now, both share a similar playing style, absolutely similar. There are no long balls. They are playing on the ground with one-touch football. It's good to see this kind of combinations. Dribblings.
Ki Sung-young kicks out Cha-do-ri. Well, possession and the ball is at an absolute premium. So few errors. Technically, these sides are very gifted as we see it again. A lovely little 1-2. Cha-do-ri's cross blocked again by the tireless Yuto Nagatomo. Sung-yong.
He's a man for set pieces and corner kicks. He does everything.
Big boy with a good right foot on him as well. Chaudhuri, straight back out. A lovely little touch for Chaudhuri again. This time it's a good early cross. Park Ji-sung, climb, but not high enough.
Always is looking for the dangerous area. Such a small player, but he's always there where he can score a goal. Very balanced now.
Well, each side seems to have their 10-15 minute period on top when they get their momentum going. They're able to put their foot on the ball and just dictate the pace of the game. Now, it looks like it's Korea Republic who are enjoying that good spell. That's a great ball. Lee Chung-young. Lee Chung-young, oh, he's got under it. Free kick. Endo. Well, the innocent look from Yasuhito Endo. He did collect Lee Chung-young late, but what a fabulous pass inside to Koo Ja-cheol. He's been absolutely clattered when he hit that free kick. Oh, that's a nasty foul as well from Endo.
It's always difficult if you finish a shot or you finish the pass and someone comes from behind in your legs, even from the side. It's always dangerous. It's correct free kick.
Yasuhito Endo, who won this tournament back in 2004. He's been in the J-League Best 11 from 2003 and was named again 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 until 2010. What a consistent performer. And all of that fun with Gamba Osaka.
Fantastic position now. It's absolutely in the center of the pitch. If you can kick the ball left or right to the corner of the goal, it's very, very difficult for a goalkeeper. Now you need a great player.
They have every option. They've got two standing over it. Ki Sung-yong and Lee Yong-rae. And it's Lee Yong-rae! Kawashima did not move. And the 24-year-old thought he had his first international goal.
Would never be a chance for the goalkeeper to keep his goal clean. It's a fantastic free kick, but he missed. Unfortunately.
Well, he's playing his fifth ever international. He played under Cho Kwang-rae at Myeongnam, the K-League side. He'd never been picked before. And he's already imposed himself in this side under his former club coach, who's brought him with him to the Taeguk Warriors. Endo, Honda. Honda still going. Fouled by Ki Sung-yong. And now we've got a free kick at the other end. The referee, Khalil Ghamdi, he will still be one of the talking points in this one. Endo thinks about taking it quickly. He does. That's too much curl, and now we've had some more clattering about and players falling like skittles. And it's Daiki Iwamasa. It looks as though he's going to incur the referee's wrath. Endo trying to take advantage of any hesitation by keeper or defence.
He pushed the Korean player, his goalkeeper.
High foot from Kagawa. Yes, says the referee, even though he won the ball. 83 kilometers run, 87 for Korea Republic, who've had a day less to prepare for this one and played extra time. Physically, Korea Republic are an exceptionally strong side. But Japan have some skills of their own. Here goes Okazaki. Scored in the World Cup, the third goal against Denmark. The number 9, that hat-trick against Saudi Arabia. Took his tally to 21. And this is his 40th cap. Hasebe, Uchida. Hasebe again. Honda. It's a good ball, no-look pass. Uchida. Blocked again by Lee Yong-pyo. That's experience as well at left back.
Both teams are fantastic organized. Even if one player goes for attack, another player stays in the defense. They never open the defense. It's too important. Long throw in and the header.
Done towards Kagawa. Nuwamasa gets it straight back from Endo. Again, no pressure coming from Korea Republic. But I remember in the group stages, you were astonished at the pressing coming from Korea Republic, even against Iran in the first half. We're not seeing it today, but it's probably understandable. They've still, even so, run 4 more kilometers than Japan.
Even Japan is too dangerous. If you go for pressing, you open space in the midfield or in the defense, and it's too dangerous. That's why they are very, very compact. 4-5-1.
Lee Chung-yong dispossessed by Kagawa. Well, he could have had a free kick earlier. In the end, he was brought down. Borussia Dortmund playmaker.
Robbie, he is just half a year in Dortmund. He came from a second division club, Cerezo Osaka, and now he's a superstar.
Here he is, getting it through to Honda. Honda up against Chowdhury. It takes a lot to knock over Chowdhury. He does so, but illegally.
And in Dortmund, there is a roar. Stadium is always sold out with capacity crowd of 84,000. And it's called Kagawa. He's so popular with 21 years. He came, he played, and he won.
Now there's a lot of talk about some other big clubs. There's Park Ji-sung looking for a goal in his 100th match with the national side. It doesn't come there. It might yet come. Lee Yong-pyo. That's well played. Lee Yong-pyo towards the front post. Hasebe clears, but only as far as Jeong-ho. Lee Yong-pyo again, this time on the right foot. Cho looking for the free kick, nothing given. Lee Yong-pyo still. Lee Chung-yong back out. Hong Jeong-ho, now Chowdhury, one-on-one with Kagawa. Little touch for Park Ji-sung, Chowdhury again. They just can't carve out that shooting chance, Korea Republic. It was some good possession. Again, the referee on the whistle.
Lee Chung-yong had an amazing start in this tournament. He was outstanding in his first match, but now he looks a little bit tired. Number 17, 22 years old, Bolton Wanderers. He looks a little bit tired. He played so many games, and I don't believe that he has the power for another extra time today, for instance.
Well, that's what winning a tournament is all about. Look at that, successful passes. Well, it's tight, it's even, but Japan just slightly more burst at passing the football around. As the shot again from Okazaki, it's straight at Jung Sung-ryong. like a goal as well to go with Maeda's. Maeda, top scorer the last 2 seasons in the J-League. Ki Sung-young, Lee Chung-young. Ki Sung-young still going. Just short of Lee Chung-young, and that's a nasty foul on Hasebe.
Both teams are so massive in their defense. Immediately are most of them behind the ball, and they will never risk something now. But maybe an individual effort can change everything.
You get the feeling now that one goal could settle this. The sides, as you say, with the looming extra time as Honda with the little chip. And it's another chance for Okazaki. And this time he heads over. Well, it will take a lapse in concentration at the back. Lee Yong-pyo couldn't get goal side of his man. It was a lovely ball in from Honda. But more and more you get the feeling it's not going to take something special. It's going to take a mistake somewhere, unfortunately. Let's hope it is something special to settle this one. Something worthy of the stage, and I think Cho Kwang-rae has decided that it might just about be time for that. He's got... There's the flick on from Koo-ja-cheol. Park Ji-sung getting in there. Kawashima and his defenders. Iwamasa just about clearing that one between them.
I know so many fantastic midfielders. They are always playing in the midfield, but In-sung Park is one of those. He makes always trouble in the box. He's always there where you can score goals or where you can create trouble.
Well, you called it, Bernd Stanger. That's why you're a coach. Lee Chung-young is making way. He's going to be replaced by the 18-year-old Son Heung-min. And he's another player you know well, Bernd, as well, this 18-year-old substitute. Scored his first goal with the national side against India. And he is very well known to fans of the Bundesliga, and probably very well known to 4 of these German-based Japanese players as well. He plays for Hamburg. He's their youngest ever scorer in the Bundesliga. And he's into the game. We'll probably see Koo-ja-cheol just drop a little bit deeper again now with the introduction of the number 11 for Korea Republic. Interestingly, Japan yet to make a change. Perhaps Cho Kwang-rae, Korea Republic coach, has just decided he's got to try and do something before this gets to extra time. Honda. Okazaki. Back for Honda again. Park Ji-sung. Ki Sung-young. Can Son Heung-min get there? He can. And he's done well. Foul by Nagatomo.
And warning for kicking the ball away.
That would be a little bit rough, wouldn't it? He's going to go into the book. The whistle only barely went while he was in his kicking stride. At any rate, Nagatomo is into the book. Heung-min, that 18-year-old, that goal against Cologne in the Bundesliga, setting all the records. Ki Sung-young. The free kick cleared as far as Chaduri. Ki Sung-young again, Park Ji-sung. Little ball for Son Heung-min. Looking for the flick, a little bit lucky to get it back. He's given it away though. Got the nutmeg on Okazaki, but only as far as Honda. He's back defending his own lost ball.
But he looks sharp and fresh. young guy from Hamburg. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Petric, Guerrero, fantastic players are playing in Hamburg, and he always has got his chance to play. There is a wave of Japanese players in the Bundesliga.
The referees picked out another free kick. It's a yellow card for Iwamasa, who's completely bewildered, and I've got to say, a few of these decisions now are just starting to catch everybody unawares. Taiki Iwamasa goes into the book. You want a referee to be...
But of course, there are more and more fouls. There is lack of concentration. Players are becoming more and more tired. Many fouls.
And I apologise to the referee, because for me that did look like a free kick. I'm not sure he saw it, that's all. He took so long to award the free kick. Perhaps he had a word in his ear. At any rate, it is another free kick. Now we've seen Lee Young-rae, that boy, the number 6, go awfully close with the left foot. And now Ki Sung-young finds the wall. Chaduri with the cross, it's a good one. Header away by Nagatomo. Kagawa for Honda. Now Lee Young-rae taken quickly. Kagawa again. He turns away from trouble beautifully. Sets up the switch of play towards Uchida. We haven't seen so much of Uchida in this second half. Min, as we see the stats for Ryoichi Maeda. As you'd expect, the big striker doing a lot of his work in the final third, right in the middle, as Park Ji-sung tackled by Honda.
Absolutely nothing. Lucky.
Well, now players are just starting to get a little bit frustrated. Excellent challenge from Honda. Now Hasebe is coming to have a word. We're going to have another change, this time Japan's first, and that's Kagawa. There's to be no repeat of his 2-goal heroics from the quarter-final against Qatar, and he's replaced by Hajime Hosoge. He's just made one appearance so far in this tournament, played 2 minutes against Syria, but he's into the game now. The number 13 for Japan. No foul this time for that challenge on Endo. Park Ji-sung, Son Heung-min back out. Good first time pass for Chaduri. Little touch, Kuja Chiol. Oh, we've changed things around now. The number 9 for Japan, Okazaki, has come on to the left side of midfield. Keisuke Honda has vacated the centre and moved to the right. And the number 13, the new man, Hajime Hosoge, is now playing what looks like a 3-man midfield. There he is going for that one, along with Hasebe and Endo. Park Ji-sung again on the charge. Park Ji-sung still. The shot blocked by a combination of Iwamasa and Kono. Son Heung-min and Lee Young-rae. Chaduri still going. Endo gets there before conceding the corner, but that's a poor ball from Endo. Ki Sung-young for Park Ji-sung. Little touch, 1-2 with Son Heung-min, and they're just getting their second win. Korea Republic. They've got about 90 seconds plus stoppage time.
Park Ji-sung, he becomes never tired.
Sung-young. Towards the penalty spot. A substitute substitute, Hong Jeong-ho. And the big defender, Hwang Jae-won, climbing well.
They have a couple of high jumpers in their team. Very, very dangerous in the air.
Okazaki for Honda. Wide for Hasebe, still full of running the captain. Honda again. Endo, Uchida. Kono, still fighting. Son Heung-min now, on the charge. Kujachol, it's going to be too far, too close. Kawashima is the fourth official. Emerges from his dugout with the board, and we've got 2 minutes of stoppage time.
I believe we have to continue today. We have an extra time because both teams are staying in the defense now. Nobody risks.
Okazaki, Maeda. Ryoichi Maeda looking for the free kick. Nothing given. Lee Yong-rae, Ji Sung-yong. Hong Jong-ho wide now. The two substitutes bringing the ball forward. Korea probably has a poor pass that time from Hong Jong-ho. A rare charge forward in the second half from Uchida. He's got a throw for Japan. Keisuke Honda. Lovely skills from the man that almost single-handedly brought Venlo back up to the Dutch First Division a couple of years back. 16 goals, the Second Division's Player of the Year, 1 season in the Dutch top flight, and a big money move to Moscow for Keisuke Honda.
I see him consistently play in ZSKA Moscow, very often Premier League, Russia. And he is a leader. In 3 weeks' time, he plays Europa League, Europe League versus PAOK Saloniki. Never stops football.
Here he is again in possession. Looking for that option. Uchida. Okazaki, Honda again. Well, there goes the end of regulation time. We will have 30 minutes of extra time. 2 15-minute halves. Well, the second half just tapered off a little bit towards the end, as you said, but neither side wanting to risk too much. Cho Kwang-rae brought some of his fresh legs on to try and get a decision in 90 minutes, but Japan, they decided to sit back and defend it. They're hoping, in, if I can say it, a very Italian tactical way, probably of just running over the top of Korea Republic towards the end of this one.
I'm a little bit surprised of Japan because they are so patient today. They are so patient, so quiet. They are so full of control. Could be an influence of Alberto Zaccaroni, who knows football and he knows how to win high-profile matches. A little bit surprised about the substitution of rising star Kagawa, because he's always able to change everything with an individual effort. He has a fantastic strike, but he looked a little bit tired, and that's why his idea to change it.
Well, it's finished 1-1 here in this semi-final. This was the first goal. Penalty or no penalty? The Japanese defenders couldn't quite believe it. Kono, who's celebrating his 27th birthday today, giving away the penalty, put away by Ki Sung-yong. And a little interesting celebration, just scratching the side of his face. And he took that away with the maturity beyond his years, just 21 years of age. There was some fabulous play and an equalising goal at the end of it for Japan, for Ryoichi Maeda. Absolutely spectacular play down that left front from Yuto Nagatomo. The second half couldn't bring us that decisive goal. And so now, as we have a look at those second half highlights, it did have its moments. Koo Ja-cheol looking for his 5th of the tournament. Fabulous play, the understanding and combination between him and Ji Dong-won. Brilliant. At the other end, it was the Shinji Okazaki show. He had numerous chances. The number 9 just couldn't find a way through. And that, at the end of 90 minutes, means 1-1. We're going to have 2 halves, 15 minutes each in extra time before potentially the dreaded penalty shootout.
Could be today, because I think both teams lacked a little bit of freshness. Now we saw it, especially second half was not so exciting. There are not so many attacking attacks, and I can understand players were exhausted, especially Korea Republic, after playing 120 minutes in the last match against Iran in the quarters. But now they need all power.
It was only 3 days ago as well. Japan, they got through in normal time. A spectacular match where they had to give it everything. They had to dig deep. After the sending off of Yoshida on the hour mark, they had to do the last half hour with 10 men. They twice came from behind to win at 3-2. But Zaccheroni gave them the day off the next day and said, look, take it easy. He knows how important it is.
There are so many
players to just relax.
So many players on the pitch who have experience to play every 3 days. They are playing Champions League from September till December. They are playing the Europa League. They play in high-profile leagues in Europe. They know exactly what they have to do if they play Saturday, Wednesday, without an end. There are matches. And you don't see anything from Park Yin-sung. He's so fit and he's so sharp. And that's experience. And I believe that some youngsters who are 18 or 19, 21, 22 years, for them it's very, very difficult to play such a tournament, to play every 3 days, to play extra time, and then maybe be focused for penalties. It will be very interesting. But they are still smiling, they are still loving, they have good mood, they are confident, good team spirit in both teams, well organized. Let's see how they perform the next 30 minutes.
It's extra time in the first semi-final. 2 of our 4 quarters went to extra time. We haven't had a penalty shootout just yet, but this one is looking so tight and tense. The last time these 2 sides played, it was a penalty shootout. That one came in the 3rd, 4th playoff. This time, it's for a much bigger prize. Even though the 3rd, 4th playoff, of course, the winner, just to make it interesting, qualifies automatically for the next Asian Cup, which will be played in Australia, of course, as the cross-in is cleared only as far as Ki Sung-yong. The header up, Koo Ja-cheol is in there. Hosagai, that looked like a handball. Play on, Park Ji-sung, Chowdhury. In towards Ki Sung-yong. The header ballooning up in the air. No problem. Jung Sung-ryong. I don't think that one was on target, no. Curling away.
Players don't really like penalties. You know, that's why I think they try to decide this match in extra time. But they are so balanced and they are so level, both teams. That isn't a difference.
Well, we expected an epic. We're in the process of getting it. Free kick again on Park Ji-sung. Ki-sung-young. Nice ball forward towards Koo Ja-cheol. Son Heung-min's arriving, but again it's Endo this time doing the defending. Interestingly, Bern, we've got one ethnic Korean on the Japan bench who trained with the Korean under-19 side before getting his Japanese citizenship in 2007. Tadanari Lee, who's on the bench. We've got 3 players for Korea Republic who play in Japan, and they're all on the bench as well. Neither coach using any what would be perceived perhaps as, you know, inside information or cultural links.
Globalization is everywhere.
As we see, just the studs catching the left foot. Well, there's the man who's run furthest in this match. 11.54 kilometers for Koo Ja-cheol. Ryoichi Maeda, another striker. And then a midfielder at last in Ki Sung-young, the number 16.
There are not so many teams who are running average more than 10 kilometers. The teams of the Gulf area and some teams of West Asia, they didn't run so much. It's 8-9 kilometers, and you can see the difference for Japan and Korea.
Interesting to see just how hard the forwards are working as well, up and down the field to defend, to come back, to harry defenders. There's Lee Young-pyo for Son Heung-min. Big curler towards the back post, and Kawashima gets there in the end. Misjudging that one, he was caught out badly by that free kick from Fabio Cesar in the quarter-final against Qatar, beaten at his near post where he made the save basically from behind his own goal line.
It's absolutely the same now situation, but the goalkeeper was concentrated.
Endo. Waiting for that option. They have lost Kagawa, as you said, and he is one of the players that does an awful lot of running in the middle of the park, comes looking for the ball, trying to make things happen. They don't have him now. He was replaced by a more defensively minded Hajime Hosogai, who's contracted to Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, but plays in the second division with Augsburg. Forward. Play again from Koo Ja-cheol. Son Heung-min waiting for options. The ball to the front post. And just the glancing touch with the left instep from Koo Ja-cheol. And it fades across the face of goal. Maeda, lovely control. Maeda gets away from the rugby tackle grasp of Hong Jeong-ho. Now Honda, little pass for Okazaki, pushed off the ball, and surely it's a penalty.
What's that?
It's a penalty for Japan. Almost identical to the penalty award in the first half, where we talked about consistency. It's another curious one. It's always going to be hotly disputed. And now it's the Korea Republic players' turn to go and ask the fourth official. Cho Kwang-rae is beside himself. There's the pass. Well, is it even inside the box?
It should never be a penalty. It's okay. It's outside.
Well, another controversial moment. And now...
But you are right, we speak about consistency. He gave one there, and now he gives one there. It's the same.
Kesuke Honda, the man that's been waiting, said he wants a goal, he deserves a goal. He's got one from the penalty spot already. And it's saved! The follow-up! Hajime Hosoge!
Unlucky goalkeeper.
Has put Japan in front. They lead 2-1 in the 7th minute of the first half of extra time. And Hosoge, who's played just 2 minutes in this tournament before now, has quite possibly sent his side into the final.
Unlucky for the goalkeeper. What a save. He was down on the floor, but there was no reaction. 2 Japanese players are in front of him. And he was concentrated enough to pick.
Korea Republic fans
complaining, but
Cho Kwang-rae is still complaining to the 4th official and the linesman. I think the referee, they're not happy with the linesman because the referee asked, he blew the whistle for the foul, which I think, having seen the replay, there was a free kick there. He asked the linesman, was it inside or outside the box? And it's the linesman that said it was inside, and every time he runs past down in front of the bench of Cho Kwang-rae, he gets a little earful, I think.
Yeah, it looks for 10 seconds that he didn't know what to do, you know, and he was full of doubt, but maybe he has got advice from his linesman through his headphone. It's inside, or it's on the line exactly, and that means penalty.
Hosoge's first ever international goal in extra time in a semi-final of the Continental Showpiece. Now it's Korea Republic's turn. They have to fight back. Japan have already done that. You said, Bern, after they conceded that goal in the first half, they have to score 2 now to go through. They've just got the second.
But it shows the quality of both sides. Japan, they never ever changed their system. They played football. And whatever comes out today, I believe one of both teams will take this Asian Cup. They are so fantastic organized. And I feel with the brave Australians, for instance, and even Uzbekistan, they had an amazing tournament, both of them. But it will be very, very difficult.
Chaduri inside for Ku Jia-jo, looking for a free kick on the edge of the box, perhaps. It's Japan that spring forward again. Korea are leaving numbers forward now. They're going to leave themselves exposed to counter-attacks.
4 against 4.
Nagatomo, can he get the cross in?
Now everybody is back. Everything is settled.
They took their time in coming though. Nagatomo again. The little left winger getting down to the byline. Such pace. It's hit the post and come back out. Surely it had to have gone behind. It was curling back. I wonder how long before Zaccheroni tries to shore things up there. He has been criticised in Japan, saying we play too defensively now. The media, the press, the fans, they want to see the Japan going forward. As we see the replay again. There is the linesman getting the thumbs up from the referee as well. The linesman from Iran, the referee from Saudi Arabia. Song Heung-min just can't slide it through. Endo. Hosoge, the goal scorer. Lee Young-pyo. Now, but Korea Republic do have another striker on the bench, a very promising one as well in Yoo Byung-soo, but we're not going to see him because he spat the dummy after being subbed on and then off 22 minutes later against Australia, and since then has refused to play. So it's going to be, by the looks of things, Kim Shin-wook, another striker from Ulsan Hyundai, who's going to come into the game. Cha Do-ri becomes the latest player into the book.
But he's a goal scorer. He comes on now, he's a goal scorer, and he's an exciting player, but he was a troublemaker, and I couldn't believe that he will still stay here in the squad. But now he can change everything. He should score one goal.
Kim Seon-wook comes into the game. And he will have the chance to change everything. He has to. If Korea Republic are going to go through, he's moved straight up front, the big boy. Son Heung-min. Dispossessed by Honda. Now Uchida. Ki Sung-young back. They've taken off a central defender and brought on a striker. They've only got three at the back now. Lee Young-rae. The touch from Son Heung-min, looking for Lee Young-pyo. So it's going to be all out-and-out attack now, and there's still plenty of time for Korea, but there's the new man, Kim Shin-wook. We've got 2 minutes left in this first half of extra time, and then we're going to have another 15. Maeda loses out to Hong Jeong-ho. Lee Young-rae again. Ki Sung-young straightens up. Good pass wide to Koo Ja-cheol. Koo Ja-cheol, the shot! And Kawashima makes the save. Well, that sort of move is how they scored against Iran. It was Yoon Bitgaram who cut inside on the left boot and sent the ball sailing into the back of the net. Cha Do-ri has to be careful. He just got booked a couple of seconds ago, and I thought for a moment he was going to lunge himself after that one. Kim Shin-wook, just 22 years of age. Hasn't played in the tournament so far, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Clear advice for power play now, for pressing.
Cho Kwang-rae has decided it's time for all-out attack. Put the pressure on, win this ball back, and get this goal. These two sides, they know each other like the back of their hands. Fierce rivals on the football pitch. Everything's been above board and brilliantly fair play, but tough today. 71st time they've met. There's going to be 1 minute of added time. Masahiko Inoha, the man that scored the winner against Qatar in the 89th minute to send Japan into the semis. He's coming on, and it's the striker Ryoichi Maeda who makes way. Maeda's worked very hard. He got that equalising goal in the first half.
Striker against defender. The Italian way to save a result.
Well, they've had to work hard for it. And they are in front now as it's long. Oh, the touch off the new man into the game, Inoha. And that could have caused some problems at the back. It was an unwitting touch which almost played in Son Heung-min. Kujachio loses out. Brilliant anticipation from Endo. Honda wants it. Can Japan take this one beyond Korea? Not this time.
I feel with Korea Republic, 2 matches for over 120 minutes. That's a hard job.
In 3 days as well. Do they have the legs to keep going? Ooh, Kim Shun-wook almost got on the end of that. There goes half-time in extra time. Japan lead by 2 goals to 1. Keisuke Honda missing a penalty in that first period of extra time, but Hosoge following it up and blasting the ball into the roof of the net. Japan are in the driving seat. They have 1 foot in the final of the 15th Asian Cup. But you can bet your bottom dollar Korea Republic are not going to just sit back and accept this. Chaduri takes the new boy Kim Shin-wook aside with a few words of advice.
They have to bring all out of them in the next 15 minutes. Win or die. That's a direction. It's only one-way football possible now. And it gives a lot of space for Japanese counter-attacks. And this team is always able to finish this match with 1 counter-attack. They have the players, they have the quality for a final pass. Honda, Hasebe.
15 minutes left. Japan holding on for a place in the final. For Korea Republic, they need 1 goal to take this to penalties. Keisuke Honda. Still going Honda. Chaduri now for Ki Sung-young. Kujachio up the line. Nice little touch inside to Kim Shin-wook. Son Heung-min. They've got numbers forward in this attack, Korea Republic, and they've got it wide with Chaduri. Big numbers in the middle. The cross is deflected towards Park Ji-sung, the touch on. Iwamasa and then Hasebe. Clear Japanese lines.
4 players in front now in the middle of the park.
Park Ji-sung. That's right, it's compact defense. They're going to struggle to find a way through. The question is, can Japan hit them on the counter? Okazaki. Now support coming from Uchida. Honda wants it back. The pass, slide rule, looking for the feet of Honda. Just too heavy.
Now it goes up and down, up and down.
And now we really will see just how fit Korea Republic are as a side. Chaduri. Kujachio, Ki Sung-young. First time ball into Kim Shin-wook. Son takes over the shot! It flashes just wide of the near post. Kawashima was struggling. It's a corner.
Good strike.
Ki Sung-young with a good ball. Park Ji-sung will keep this one in. And the pass for Lee Young-pyo is not so good. Forced back to Chaduri. Ki Sung-young again. He's got Kujachio ahead of him. He hasn't used him. Lee Young-rae. Kujachio now has it. I'm sure Japan won't mind seeing his goal threat wide on the right and not in the middle. He looks exhausted as well, Kujachio, the number 13. Flipped in again towards Hwang Jae-won, the defender who stayed forward. He's defended off Son Heung-min. There'll be a throw for Japan.
But you see now even it's throw in and they are pressing Japan. in this corner.
Lee Yong-pyo again. We've got just over 11 minutes left. It's taken quickly. Park Ji-sung, he pokes it through to the middle. Lee Yong-rae, stolen off him by Kosuke Honda. Okazaki, that's a nice ball. Honda. Okazaki again. Now the chance perhaps for Japan. Nagatomo, he's still running the little left back. Gets it onto the right foot. Ooh, and that was a floating, tipping, swerving ball. It wasn't too far away from that top corner.
Flattering.
Chowdhury again. Lovely touch from Kim Shin-wook. Just couldn't bring it with him. Korea have no option. Okazaki still going. Okazaki still going. The shot high and wide. This is a difficult angle. He's fighting for everything still, the number 9 for Japan. But we've talked about it throughout this tournament. The likes of Chowdhury, the likes of Park Ji-sung, Lee Yong-pyo, 3 World Cups for those players as it's kept in. Here is Park Ji-sung. Now Lee Yong-pyo towards Koo Ja-chol. They're knocked down for Son Heung-min. And still, Hosoge in the end manages to clear. The last time Korea won the Asian Cup, they weren't even born. 51 years their country's been waiting. They're at the wrong end of their careers now. Some of these young players will have another chance, perhaps. The likes of Lee Yong-pyo, Chowdhury, Park Ji-sung, they won't get another chance. And they desperately want to give this one to their country.
Other players are jumping in. They have such a strong K-League there, and there are so many talents, as we have seen here, with youngsters in front. Chi Dong-kwon, Koo Ja-chol, they are 21 years, 19 years old. And there is a new generation of football players coming, and how they play today, how they perform, even if they go out, it's amazing to see.
Ki Sung-young for Koo Ja-chol. Son Heung-min, he wants to get involved, the 18-year-old. Wants to make things happen. Here he is again. Early cross towards the front post. Header away by Iwamasa.
But that's normal now. They have 5 players in front, Korea Republic. They throw everything forward.
Koo Ja-chol wide for Lee Yong-pyo into the danger area. Ki Sung-young, he just lost the flight of the ball, didn't know where it was. Japan are going to make a third and final change, and they've decided to change it. They're not going to make it now. Perhaps they are. They're waiting.
But it's fair play. They will wait, of course.
Hasebe
will stop everything.
He's down injured. They're screaming at Chowdhury to put it out. I think Chowdhury hadn't seen. But let's have a look. That was Ki Sung-young trying to flick on that ball. Hasebe, they want the trolley. Where is the four-wheel drive? The Koreans want it out a little bit quicker than that.
Every minute is important to take some drinks, to rest and to be focused for the last final stage of this match.
Well, by the clock, we're midway through this second half of extra time. I think the signal from the physio there was that everything's all right for the Japan captain, the number 17, Makoto Hasebe, whose pass to set up Kagawa for that raid for the third goal by Qatar remains one of the most sublime footballing moments of this tournament so far, and we've had plenty as well, plenty from these two sides. Those fans, they know that in the past, perhaps Korea Republic haven't taken this tournament seriously, but here they were here taking it very seriously. Park Ji-sung.
You see his disappointment in his face. He played a great tournament, and even today his 100th performance for Korea Republic was a good one.
Under 7 minutes left, but we will have stoppages. Appeals for the handball from Kim Shin-wook. And now the counter-attack's on again. Hosoge for Akazaki. Look at Chaduri still charging forward. Little back heel for Hwang Jae-won. Kujachio, good pressure from Hosoge. Wins a couple of vital seconds. That's what Zaccheroni would like to see. That's another free kick though, on the edge of the box again. Park Ji-sung races to collect the ball. The sheer size of Kim Shin-wook causing problems for Iwamasa.
Yeah, Kim Shin-wook is very present, number 20. He brought him for headers, powerful body.
Japan are preparing now, once again, for their third and final change. It's the number 15, Takya Honda, who's going to come into the game. It's another midfielder. I imagine it's going to be a striker who makes way, perhaps his namesake, Keisuke Honda. But before then, we're going to have another free kick. Lee Young-rae. It's Ki Sung-young, it's flicked off the wall. It's a corner. The wall jumping as one. Kujachio drives it in hard, front post, header away by Endo. He's already got the captain's armband, I think. Hasebe's relinquished that, perhaps he's going to come off. They're waiting for that change still. Now though, they've sent the other Honda down to sit down. Advantage play. Keisuke Honda, the overlapping run from Nagatomo. He has just been unbelievable in this tournament. The number 5 up and down in this match. Spectacular. Laid on the first goal for Maeda, the equalising goal for Japan. Now he earns some more crucial seconds. Hasebe is still struggling, he's limping, he's got cramp. He's walking away. Now he's seen his numbers up. The Japan captain. So it's Takuya Honda from Shimizu S-Pulse. Just the J-League who's coming in.
Just killing the time now from minute to minute, and seconds and concentration. Focused for battles, for headers now, to bring this fantastic result of 2-1 over the time. There is only one thing to do, and they will do it. Every second is important. Another corner kick. It takes time.
Well, we had just over 16,000 in the stadium this evening. Second semi-final. Kicking off in just over half an hour's time between Australia and Uzbekistan. But who will meet them? The winner of that one in the final. Nagatomo looking to run down the clock. They've still got a lot of time to run down the clock. I think it's a little bit early for that, to tell you the truth. They've won another free kick, but we're going to have at least 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time, I feel. And we've still got 2.5 minutes left. And if they can do it, they might. Park Ji-sung's arrived with reinforcements. Again, it's taken short. Again, they've won the throw again this time. Nagatomo for Keisuke Honda. Park Ji-sung and Ki Sung-young get it away. Only as far as Takuya Honda. Now Ki Sung-young again, Lee Yong-pyo. They need the ball up the other end, Korea. Late challenge, the referee spotted it. It's cleared by Kono, whose birthday might yet turn out to be something to celebrate. Didn't look so after he gave away that penalty after 22 minutes. Lovely touch from Honda. It's gone out though. Flags up. And it's a throw for Korea. Hwang Jae-won long towards Kim Shin-wook. Lee Yong-pyo. Lee Yong-pyo, free kick. A lunging challenge from Honda. But it really is last chance saloon now. Yeah. Do they have anything left?
Do they bring
in the tank?
Keeper? Not yet.
It's Ki Sung-yong who steps away. Now it comes back, just checking the angle. The right foot of Ki Sung-yong, the left foot of Lee Yong-rae. Now the referee wants to settle some things down. This is going to only add to the tension here. "15 seconds left in regulation time, in extra time, and knocked down. Oh, what a chance! Still, Song. It doesn't fall. Shot. It's a goal! Korea have equalised, and it's the defender Hwang Jae-won with 3 seconds left in regulation time at the end of 120 minutes of tense and hard-fought football. Korea Republic, after an almighty goal-mouth scramble, and it's just been driven home by Hwang Jae-won. And you'd never guess it. It's his first international goal as well. 29 years of age. And now, surely, we are heading to penalties.
So many legs and bodies in front of the goalkeeper.
Just had to be hit. Shut your eyes and have a go. And it's gone in. Now the board said 1 minute of stoppage time. The 1 minute of stoppage time is already up. And it looks like the first penalty shootout of this tournament is about to take place, unless we have even more drama. Kosoge towards Okazaki. The header out, only as far as Honda. He tries it. Too far out and not enough power. The last shot of the match is saved by Jung Sung-ryong. And penalties, it is. Hwang Jae-won cannot believe it. I hope they're tears of joy. And I hope he can pull himself together for the penalty shootout. 4 years ago, it was Korea Republic that won a penalty shootout against Japan. 6-5.
It's just a disappointment for the Japanese side to receive such a goal in the last 3 seconds. It's unbelievable. And now to overcome this drama, that's very, very difficult. You have enthusiasm on one side, and you know, it was all power they had now. Legs and bodies and fighting and...
Well, that's just it, isn't it? They're just keeping the ball alive, fighting for everything.
But it's so difficult. It was a free kick. All players are in the box. That is deflection. That is one leg, another one. And then they scored, and you see joy of fans, happiness.
There it is, the defenders just couldn't get there in time.
There is no difference between both teams. Fans are cheering. It's a great night today.
Well, they could not believe it. They were down and out. They were buried. It just seemed, it was just a matter of seconds.
We are here for testing, said Joe Kwang Ray. We want to test young players to see how they perform. We have to prepare the next World Cup in Brazil. And now they are going maybe for the final in this tournament.
Well, there's how it all happened. The penalty put away by Ki Sung-yeong midway through the first half. Maeda equalized 8 minutes before half-time. Japan then went ahead in the 97th minute, the 7th minute of the first half of extra time through Hosoge. We see the penalty. I think Kasuke Honda actually turned around and just had a look at the Korean players. He was already turning around to keep on playing on.
But that's football. There will be many, many controversial discussions in the future about this decision. But he has decided it was his way.
The save from Sung Jung-ryong, but only as far as the boot of Kosuge, who just hammered it into the roof of the net. And I don't think there was anyone happier than Kosuke Honda there. And then this, with about 8 seconds left on the match clock. There would have been stoppage time, but look at that. Hwang Ji-won, 29 years of age. He's never been a fixture in the national side. But he might just have become a national hero there. The penalty shootout will be taken to the goal to the right of your cameras. Shake of the hand for Eiji Kawashima. Kawashima, he was a reserve keeper here 4 years ago when Korea won the penalty shootout after the third-fourth playoff had finished scoreless. Can you believe it, between these two sides? He lost a penalty shootout in the World Cup as well against Paraguay. 5-3. And it's going to be Keisuke Honda first up again. He's already seen one save this evening. And he's up against Soo Jung-ryong again. The star for Japan steps up. The keeper went the right way, but he just lifted it up into the top corner.
Experience Honda. Cool penalty. No way for a save.
And now it's Kuja-cheol for Korea Republic. Save by Kawashima!
Top goal scorer missed.
Okazaki is next up. Kuja-cheol, the goal against Australia, 2 against Bahrain, another against India in their third match, but now a missed penalty. Okazaki places the ball. Japan with their noses back in front. And it's the other top corner this time. From Shinji Okazaki.
No chance for the goalkeeper. Excellent.
Two brilliantly taken spot kicks for Japan. It's the left foot of Lee Yong-rae. A newcomer to the international scene, never had pressure like this. And it's saved again by Kawashima.
Joy and disappointment are so close together today. They missed 2 in a row.
Well, we talked about these young players, the pressure that tells on them. This is probably a worst-case scenario for Cho Kwang-rae, to have only 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds to take these penalties. He lost a final, Cho Kwang-rae, of this Asian Cup 31 years ago. Perhaps his side now are not going to make it. Nagatomo. He's skied it. Is that the let-off that Korea Republic need? Well, it's so cruel, Bernd, penalty shootouts. He's had such a fantastic match, Nagatomo.
So many world-class players missed penalties during the World Cup. Del Piero and Platini and other players.
It's one of the substitutes, Hong Jeong-ho. It's gone wide. They've missed everything now, Korea Republic. Zaccheroni, made of stone. And this will win it for Japan. It's the birthday boy, Yasuyuki Kono, with the chance to start the party. If he scores, Japan are through.
See in his face. Look at his faces.
He has done! Japan have finally got the better of Korea Republic. Japan return to the final of the Asian Cup. It's cruel, it's tense, and for Japan, it's fantastic. Happy birthday, Yasuyuki Kono. They've won the penalty shootout 3-0 after it finished 2-2. After 120 minutes of extra time, tears for the Koreans. They'll be back in 4 years' time. And Japan, they'll be back again this Saturday. Kawashima, the hero, so many questions about him as a penalty taker. Zaccheroni keeping faith. And returned in bucket loads. The Japan fans celebrate, and in the end, Bernd, you said Japan probably deserve it, but it's cruel, isn't it? Look at the 18-year-old Son Heung-min.
Brave Korea Republic deserve all respect. They had an outstanding performance in this tournament. They showed us exciting youngsters. I have never seen this kind of youngsters in big tournaments. 18, 19, 21 years old players. They have a bright future, and I'm sure it's a big disappointment today after this scoring this goal 3 seconds before the end. But respect for Korea Republic. They are young, they will overcome this disappointment. And they will play again. Big tournaments, big matches. Maybe it's the last one for Park Jin-sung, one of the best European midfielders.
Japan winners in 96, 2000 and 2004. Semi-finalists 4 years ago. And back in the final again, where they will take on the winner of Australia versus Uzbekistan. A game which kicks off in about 20 minutes' time. Well, that's it from the Garafa Stadium. From Bert Stanger and myself, Robbie Thompson, we hope you've enjoyed the show. Japan are in the final on penalties ahead of Korea.
Thank you very much, and bye-bye, Bert Stanger.